All right. Well, this is part two of part infinite 100.
Yes, sir.
Of from my philosophies. This is a podcast where we talk so much about culture and everything that you want to know about. We talk about finance. We talk about how to invest in franchise and how to invest your stocks.
How to start a business from the ground up. How to move up into business.
Build it up. We also talk about wrestling. We started talking about weightlifting.
Oh,
and,
shit.
No,
Here we go again.
We're talking about movies.
How to become a billionaire overnight, just like me. You gotta be like me. Money. Now we talk movie.
I'm digging it. Look at all this, like, you see this team? The team up? It's like a mustache.
That shit looks disgusting, my brother. That shit looks disgusting,
bro. It's a mustache hole. No, it saves your stash. Bro,
I don't want to know what you are doing with your coffee on your free time, okay?
Oh man, the cup saves your mustache from getting wet.
I'm just gonna have to take your word on this
wild.
one. I'm gonna have to take your word on this one.
Yeah, my word is finite. All right, well, we're continuing to talk. It's like a segue into a new conversation, which is the top movies of this year. This year being, what the fuck is going on? I'm playing my bad. Yeah, we're talking about the top movies of 2023, the most anticipated movies in our mind. We're going to go up on our top 5.
All right.
It's going to be like cultural impact. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Jose, what are you basing your list off of? Are you like, you're personal excited to be sitting down ass flat in the seat or thick in the seat in the Dolby IMAX, wherever the fuck you're seeing it in? Or is it going to be like, hey, because I know you have like a Apple exclusive maybe in there, so it's going to be like a home viewing experience.
I think
what are you basing your list off of?
I'm basing the list off of just like just my most anticipated, big shocker, But the movies are based on like my previous movie going experiences, so there might be some actors in there. I think my list for the most part though is based on, except for one, is based off of previous directors' work. So I'm a lot of this has to do with my like towards the directors. And I think my first one I'm gonna say that is my most anticipated. My number 5, I have Killers of the Flower Moon, directed by Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio and De Niro, both back on the team. Yeah. And I mean,
the money,
dude. Every time these dudes come together, they make something fantastic. And I mean, the name itself is pretty fire. I mean, Killers of the Flower Moon, that's pulling me in. I want to know all about it, And and I think in this case too, it's not only so Martin Scorsese, but also Leo is probably one of my favorite actors of all time. I know it's like, the most popular choice, or I guess the guy to talk about. But man, like, I think he's the guy to talk about for a reason. He's that fucking good. And
what was he in last? Like, was he in anything in 2022?
No, definitely not.
Anything significant?
Definitely not. No. He hasn't been in anything for a cool minute. I'm probably forgetting. No. What am I talking about? Probably Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That must have been his last one, because I can't really think of another one. I'm looking on here, but I think that must have been. Oh, Don't Look Up. That's right. Don't Look Up was the last one.
Yeah, that was like that 2021.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was 2021.
Okay, yeah,
I like that one.
That one was nominated for some stuff.
That one was cool. He did his thing. I liked the movie. I thought it was good, but we're talking cinema, baby. Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, we're talking Scorsese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's an Apple TV exclusive. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'll watch it on my TV as best as I can. Even though I can't get that movie theater release. But maybe they might decide to do a movie theater release, just like they did with Knives Out, and how they did with even more so the Macbeth movie with Denzel Washington. That one is awesome. That movie fucks. I love that movie.
That blew me away. I subscribed for Apple TV, and I forgot my subscription thing. But aside from that, like, I forgot I was subscribed still. But I was like, dude, that movie, aspect ratio and wise and everything about it, the retelling, and then also like he was like a stage actor too.
Yeah,
he was like into theater beforehand, and I think that was like like in Fences and stuff.
Yeah,
it's very telling.
That movie was fantastic. But I'm really hoping that Apple decides to be like, hey, we can make a lot of money because, hey, shocker, people love going to the movies. So you should probably bring your movie to the movies because people want to see it in the movies. And so I'm hoping that they bring Killers of the Flower Moon to the theaters. But let me segue. What's your number 5? What is your 5th most anticipated movie for this year?
So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I have a bunch on my list, right? Oh my god! So I'm gonna narrow it down and go back into the Evil Dead Rise. Like we're looking at the retelling of franchises, right? Mm-hmm. So we had Terrifier 2 last year. We had the Child's Play, the Chucky one, a few years ago. We had Scream 4 coming out or whatever it is. The Screamers.
Scream 6, I believe.
Scream 6.
Yeah. You're behind a little bit.
They won 2 years ago, right? It was like
no, you're good.
Oh man, yeah. So we're having these coming out again, and it just looks like an evolution of a movie, basically, like a cult classic.
Yeah.
Not so much of a retelling like The Thing, or anything. So I'm pretty excited for it. Like the trailer slapped,
dude. Okay,
well done.
There's a lot of things I want to say about your choice. It was gonna be on my list, and I think it barely missed the cut. But Evil Dead Rise, dude, I think the Evil Dead Rise, or the Evil Dead remake from 2013, probably one of the best, one of the best remakes of all time. Like, I love that movie. There's some people that don't like it, but dude, that movie is so fucking good.
And this is gonna be like a continuation. I can really read what they wanted to do, as in hey, we're gonna revamp the franchise. We're gonna make it into a franchise.
Yeah.
I don't know what the direction of it, but I was just excited because I was like, oh, dude, cult classic, redoing it in a darker, a horror instead of a campy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, it's not gonna be about thrills and kills. It's gonna be more hey, this is there's lore to it. There's more in the basement and shit.
Yeah.
More to uncover. So yeah, it's top 5. I was like, okay, I'm excited.
No, and you know what's crazy is that they had talked about Evil Dead Rise as sort of a they talked about it being more so like the older Evil Dead movies as opposed to it being like the remake, but the commercial looked like the remake. It looked gory, it looked fun, it looked creepy as hell. So, I mean, either way, in either respect, I'm excited because the campy stuff was great, and the gory stuff was fantastic too. So you had a little bit of, if you give me a little bit of both, I'd walk out even happier. Shoot.
Yeah, give me some of that, and give me some story time too.
Yeah,
I'm always down for story time fun.
Yeah, exactly.
What
seems to be revolving around mommy issues, which is in right now, and.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of dad and mommy issues. I mean, when is that not around? I mean, look at there's fucking Greek stories about that shit, but I think they're going away from the wolf and cub kind of storytelling and the Western kind of feel, because they've done it with Logan. They're doing it again with the Mandalorian. They're doing a lot on TV basically. So they're kind of over it. They're like, all right, where are the mommy issues? Where are the moms?
Hey, I'm with it.
Give me some
I'm with
American
it.
Psycho shit.
Speaking of mommy and daddy issues, let's move on to my number 4 pick, which has got to go. That was a terrible segue. This has nothing to do with mommy and daddy issues, unless you consider David Finch your daddy, because my number 4 pick is The Killer by David Finch, which is coming out this year. It's in post-production. Hey, yeah, for real.
Oh, it's in post still?
That's what it says on IMDb. But I just checked the IMDb, and I'm reminded that Michael Fassbender is going to be the lead for this movie. So David Finch doing an assassin-type movie with Michael Fassbender. I mean, bro, what is there not to be excited about? I am fucking...
Action star.
Yeah. And even then, David Finch knows how to take his time and set up a movie. And so I'm so fucking excited. He's made classics. I mean, The Zodiac, you've got Seven, you've got a bunch of classics. And they're all good. They're all good. They're all really fucking good.
Got some thriller shit in there. Did he do a TV series? Did he do am I thinking Mindhunter?
Yes,
Is that
yes.
Inspired by?
No, I believe he was in the writing room. I believe he was in the writing room, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
he actually did.
Very telling.
He did an episode for Love, Death, and Robots.
God bless.
Which was
that was great.
That episode was
anthology.
Yeah, that episode. Fuck, they felt like a Lovecraft type of episode.
Yeah, Lovecraftian.
Yeah, he's Zodiac
elevated
7.
horror. No.
Yeah, elevated horror. Like I'm trying to see. Oh, so I guess he is actually an executive producer for Love, Death, and Robots, actually, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
very telling. Like he has that genre in the bag of that slow burn,
right?
Trying to fill out the story, trying to uncover clues. Even though he's like, I'm gonna give it to you, just.
But I think it's done. It's done in great taste, because everything that's done slow is just to kind of sit with the characters or sit with the story itself and the environment and atmosphere that he's creating, whether it be in the animated form or in the in live action stuff. He does it so well, and so I have no doubt him, Michael Fassbender. It sounds like it's gonna be a dark, gloomy movie.
Duo.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking amazing. So into that, I want to know what's your number 4 for that most anticipated.
Oh man, talking about action, talking about old sparks anew.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty excited about Indiana Jones coming out.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know, something about I was between this and Cocaine Bear.
Understandable. Understandable.
Because Cocaine Bear, I was just like, I just want to have a good time. I just want to sit down and drink a beer.
Yeah.
Go in the movie theater, and I don't care if I have to go to the bathroom or anything. I just want to come back, and this Cocaine Bear's just coked out and doing shit and killing people, having a campy time. But I was reminded about Indiana Jones coming out, and I was like, okay, dude, did not like the last one. Did not at all.
No.
like it at all. And I was like, okay, a lot of interesting creative choices, weird CGI thing. I'm cool with the aliens and shit, but the way it was introduced at the last minute was so benign to me, and I was like, all right, whatever.
Listen, man, I think you're onto something, because I feel the same way. I was like, Disney doing Disney, revamping old stuff just to, make some quick cash. And I'm always very hesitant about Disney revamping something, bringing something back to life. It's always just like a red flag. Mostly miss. And when they said Indiana Jones, I was like, oh, great, here we go again. And, but once I saw the trailer, I was like, wait a minute.
That's what it was.
Wait a minute.
John Williams comes out to conduct the trailer.
Ooh. Man, the GOAT back. Let
me read off some of the cast.
Talk to me.
We got Harrison Ford, of course, right? Let me get my little things out, right?
Goated.
So we got Harrison Ford. We got Phoebe Waller-Bridges, who's in she's in that one show. It's very, very, very breaks the fourth wall and stuff. Very
is
funny.
That not
Watch
Phoebe
it
Bridgers?
If you know what I'm talking about.
That's a singer, right?
That's Phoebe Bridges. It's a singer, bro.
That's right.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Mads Mikkelsen.
Waller-Bridge.
Who's going to be a great villain in some sense, right? Antonio Banderas. All right. I think that's all you need to know.
Oh, I know who Phoebe Waller-Bridges is. Yep. Mm-hmm. Solo.
Yeah, that person, yeah. Solo.
She was in Solo.
She was Solo? Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty great. And what I've seen, I think
she was just in that comedy.
No, and she's also in Killing Eve, which I never got around to seeing, but yeah, I'm seeing.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
damn.
I guess
she does a.
She's got a stacked list. Yeah. Jamie pulled it up right here. We got it on the laptop.
Oh, it's on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, Solo,
Dude,
Killing Eve.
What the?
His Dark Materials. She's in quite a lot of stuff.
I did not watch that.
Yeah, I did not watch that either, but it looks dope.
From the show. Damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited about Indiana Jones as well. I think you're right. It's so crazy because sometimes you could tell from a trailer if a movie's going to be good. Not all the time, I'm not going to say every single time, but sometimes in the way that a trailer is presented, you could tell by the shots, the coloring of the movie itself, what's the direction. Sometimes you could tell right away, okay, this looks good, or this doesn't look good. Because even sometimes I can tell if a trailer is if it's a shitty trailer, but the movie has potential.
Just the disconnect from the editing day or something. There's something going on where they're like, we want to show this side of the story, and then none of that.
And it sucks.
Or it's just shots and shots and shots.
Yeah, it sucks because some movies I think have suffered due to bad marketing, bad trailers. I think the first one that comes to mind is It Comes at Night by A24.
Yeah, that one's underappreciated shit.
Yeah, you're not going to find that from me, boss. I fucking hate that movie.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, shit.
The twist of it being an actual zombie movie was great. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, it was surprised.
I'm not going to lie. I sat there waiting for the thing that came at night. And then when it was a spoiler warning,
it was always
when it was just like, the real thing that comes at night is the humans, because we don't trust. And I was just like sitting there pissed the fuck off. I'm like, yeah, I fucking get it. I fucking get it.
I'm a metaphor.
Yeah, and look, listen, no disrespect. I know there's a lot of people that like that movie. I know there's a lot of people that like that movie, and you're one of them, and I respect
fuck you.
Yeah, please. That's fine. I understand.
But fuck you.
I understand. But I fucking hate that movie, man.
I get it. I
feel
a
like
lot of people hate like Hereditary and shit like that. I'm like, fuck you. But what? I mean,
if you hate Hereditary, I've got some questions. I'm just gonna say that.
I hate to too. I'm like,
okay.
People have their genre.
That's fair.
Stuff, but
that's fair.
Marketing wise, it makes me understand the hate.
Yeah.
For it comes to night at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
This one, I was just reminded, like, this is why or how Harrison Ford kind of came into being Harrison Ford and found his passion, because like dude was a carpenter. Dude was
insane.
Jesus. Probably still is.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Probably.
He was a carpenter and shit. He was a late bloomer into his career, in his 30s, mid 30s, whatever. Yeah. But Indiana Jones gave him like a reason, and like it gave him kind of a path to how he wanted to
maneuver and
to live out his life and just like make a shit ton of money and fly jets into the California.
That's insane.
Or fly planes and crash them into.
And he's so talented, man. Yeah. He probably I don't know, just probably doing a lot of crazy stuff. I'll be real, but
not his own stunts like another person.
For real. Nah, I think
I don't know if that was
Harrison Ford is one goated actor. He's really, really, really fucking talented. But I also think that we're gonna get an ensemble of a bunch of talented actors for my number 3 pick, which is Dune Part 2. And I mean,
we got
Dune Part 2. And man,
the voices.
Yes, please, drop them all. Oh man, yeah. Look. Yeah. There we go.
How dare you use the voice on me?
All right, let me read off of this cast, because this cast is stacked. We got Austin Butler. We've got Timothée Chalamet coming back. And then we got Florence Pugh and Zendaya both gonna be on the screen. That's insane to me.
In
the same movie is nuts.
Universe.
Christopher Walken.
Wow.
Rebecca Ferguson coming back.
Christopher Walken.
Shoot, man. We there's, and then I'm excited to see
the same cast as before too.
Yes,
right?
yes, all the same cast as before. I mean,
Jason Momoa is coming back like later, because he's in like the 5th book or some shit.
Is he?
He gets resurrected.
Spoiler warning.
You gotta, bro. No, this book's been out for 60 years. Fucking man.
You just ruined the whole series for me, man. I fucking hate you.
Fuck though, man. Yeah, I could see it.
It's over, man.
Man,
cut
there's
this
a
fucking
great cast though, but
right
I'm like, damn, if Jason Momoa doesn't come back this second movie, he's gonna come back the 3rd movie or the 4th one. Dude is like, he's like a legacy character. Like Duncan is supposed to be like a clone, and he comes back in the same form to like train his kids and shit.
Holy shit!
The whole thing, bro.
Yeah, no, I am stupidly excited. Dune 1 is fucking fantastic. Matter of fact, let me pull it out the catalog right here. Dune 4K, baby.
Oh shit!
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Yes, sir.
I got man, that's like better than the steel copy.
Yeah, no, I would have preferred the steel copy, but
something, Bobby.
It's
I don't know what it'll be. It'll be sand. It'll be spice.
Shoot,
you open it up, it just spice just overtakes you. Give me the good spice.
Yeah, man, I'm really, really fucking excited for Dune 2, Dune Part 2. I love the first one. Yeah. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. It's a lot of exposition. I feel like even with just Dune, the first one, that he's setting up, and the setup was already so fucking good. So imagine just like, entering a new set of climax and just, he's got to continue his journey.
A lot of people didn't know it was going to have 2 parts. That was fantastic.
I had heard that it was going to be 2 parts. I wasn't too sure. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's going to be a 2-parter. But man, yeah, I am really fucking excited for Dune Part 2. I can't wait to see that. So hit me with your number 3.
So that was like number 3. So I'm gonna rearrange my list.
Say less.
Look it up. While we're waiting, take a pause right here, listeners and viewers out there. Listen to my entire 4-hour Dune podcast and then come back.
Yeah, you.
Also, there's some folks out there with there's the Dune podcast. They literally took a hiatus, did a vamp for 2 years between like the Dune because it got pushed back. Yeah, and he didn't want to release it unless it was in theaters or anything. So HBO released it at the same time as releasing in theaters. So there's a Dune official podcast where they just I don't know, talk to everyone involved with Dune.
Wow.
Except the writer, the author's dead, so whatever.
Rest in peace.
Rip, I think Herbert. I don't know. All right. Anyways, I got it. So the third is going to be Spider-Man. It's into the multiverse, right?
No. It is Spider. Oh, it's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1.
It's Across the Spider-Verse,
Part 1.
Oh wait, what?
Yep.
Is that included? Is Part 1 included? Wait.
Yep. That's
Duning us.
Let me see because that's what.
What was the first Part 1, Part 2 movie? Really quick, like, do you remember what movie was the first one that was
the first one?
That was that Avengers?
I have no idea.
Yeah, what was the first thing that did that? That shit's annoying now. I mean, I'm cool with it with Dune, but like, oh man,
dude, I don't know if this is a Part 1. I'm looking it up right now, but I remember when they started hold on, Across the Spider-Verse Part 2 is the first of 2.
Oh no, this is just first of 2. So it's like it's following like that comic trend where it's like, oh, we're just gonna like change the naming of it and it's gonna follow the same kind of story.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Maybe out of the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Into a new verse.
Yes.
Drop the verse.
Yeah.
It's like an 8-part something.
Spit some bars.
The comic line is spit some
shoot
bars.
Some webs.
You got people in here. Pew pew. Oscar Isaac, the daddies of the dads.
Yes, sir.
Voice acting in it, at least, It's unbelievable how he's like in every single franchise. Dude was in Dune.
Yep.
Dude, like he was the House of Trade.
And he's so good. I think it's crazy because, and this is no disrespect to franchise actors. I think franchise actors are pretty good.
I will disrespect.
Oh, shit. Okay. Damn. But Oscar Isaac is cut from a different cloth, I feel like. Because he's just class A level acting on every front. Voice acting, and, live action acting, and in all types of mediums. Because, I mean, if you've seen Moon Knight, which I'm pretty sure you have, did you watch Moon Knight or no?
Yeah, bro. Oh, my God. It was not my favorite. Like, it was, dude, what the fuck is up with that? Power Rangers ass ending fight sequence in Cairo, Egypt. The fuck were they? What the fuck was that, bro? It was like, no, seriously.
I'm gonna have to combat you. I actually, wait, hold on. I agree with you.
I love that.
I agree with you. The ending climax, I expected a little more. Don't know why, because it's fucking Marvel. It's always gonna end the fucking same way.
And TV.
It's because they always. So it feels like Marvel is okay with them setting it up however they want. They're like, yeah. You have creative freedom. Right. Oh, in the first part, yeah. In the second part, yeah, a little bit. In the third part, oh hell no, we got to do big CGI finish, baby.
Yeah,
and you're like, God damn it!
They got on the boat. I was okay with the boat and shit. When they're going, to try to like get back.
That was so sick.
I was like, okay, CGI wise, whatever, cool. Yeah, I was like, yeah. Let me see all these like new characters, new gods and everything. And then they go into that big ass Power Ranger fight, and I was like, cool. But then I was like, oh, this is not like. This is different Marvel. This is not like MCU Marvel. This is comic book Marvel. I'm like, I don't know if people are ready for this. I'm not ready for this. What the fuck is this? Where is this coming from?
Yeah. I mean, I thought
out of place, but Oscar Isaac still did it.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac killed it, knocked that out the park. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is my number 2. I think. I'm ready for that movie as well. I mean, the first one was just so fucking good, and I mean, the cultural impact of Spider-Man Across or Spider-Verse. Was it called Spider-Verse?
So there's a third one. I saw
no, the first one
on LetterBoxd. It says related.
The first one.
Oh, the first one is
Into the Spider-Verse. That's right.
And then the third one's gonna be Beyond.
Got you. So Into the Spider-Verse, phenomenal.
Yes.
It's a crime that it did not do that well at the box office. But it's so crazy now. Like in the months that it led up to after it was released and people were talking about it, it picked up steam, and now everyone knows and talks about Into the Spider-Verse and the impact of that animation. We've only just started to see. I don't know if you got the chance to watch Puss in Boots, but the animation, you could tell, it's very much in the style of Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. Phenomenal movie, by the way. A fucking just really fantastic movie.
It comes to show when you give, artists the freedom to choose the medium, to be like, make art the way you think it's going to be presented the best. They're like, dude, they're influenced by so many things, especially when it comes to animation. Yeah. Dude, 2D is like where it comes from, storyboarding and shit. Animation comes from 2D, so it's like you gotta throw that shit. Yeah, come on, you got it.
Absolutely.
You just the all CGI shit, or like making things so realistic that you're like, I can't tell the difference. Like that's some Pixar shit that got toxic on different levels. Like,
there's no need to. There's no need to. And sometimes I love how it's just a drawing and like a comic book. It flips to that, even Into the Spider-Verse. That shit. It's fun. It's fun to look at. It's so creative. Yeah. It's super interesting, and I'm beyond excited for Into this or Across the Spider-Verse.
Beyond you're beyond the Spider-Verse excited.
Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna come out.
Now I gave my number 2. You got to give me your number 2.
Oh yeah, so number 2, I'm still between the two. Oh man, because like. It was between fucking. I think I'm just excited for these to clash, like opening week clash.
Oh man, I know it's coming.
The fucking Barbie movie or Oppenheimer?
Shit, both.
Because what the fuck, dude? They're both coming out the same time, like in the summer, right? Box office like hit, like they're both expecting different crowds, but then there's also that aspect of like, whoa, what if people just like go against the status quo and just like. All the film bros go to see Barbie because of the trailer was so like it's Greta. Yeah. So like she was like, hey, I'm just gonna pay homage to my favorite movies and shit in the trailer, and the people are like, hey, I'm just gonna go see it. And then it has like hot actors. So
man,
it's great.
Listen, I think it's this movie has been a buzz for what has it been like a year now, a year and a half. When the set photos were dropping on Twitter and everyone was like, what the hell is going on? Why are they dressed like that? Ryan Gosling and...
Because it's goofy.
Yeah. I mean, just ridiculous, over the top. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm interested. I want to know what this is. Like, I'm going to keep my distance, but I'm gonna wait till the trailer drops. This trailer dropped. And it's so insane. Like, I've seen some people, some snobs be like, oh, wow, they copied 2001. How original. I'm like, shut the fuck up, okay?
Yeah, it's like, bingo. Yeah,
I think it was such a genius teaser trailer because, like, I was left with more questions than answers. I was left ridiculously intrigued. I was like, I need to go to Barbie. I need to see Barbie immediately. Yeah. Immediately.
Who is Barbie?
Who is Barbie? What is this? What is it? Who is Ken? Who is this man?
Yeah, the concept. It's like, and there's like there's multiple
Kens,
like multiple Barbies. So I'm like, is this a takeover? Yeah. Is this kind of like a beginning of a franchise? Is it because like Barbie was like its own thing, its own legacy of franchise? So I'm like, are they going to Mattel the fucking the movie universe?
Yeah,
you're gonna take it over somehow?
I don't know. And what
Michael Cera's in it.
Man, what? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Michael.
So like this is the thing. Like
Will Ferrell.
So you got Will Ferrell the GOAT. So you got this movie, right? Like it's a Barbie movie, right? So you're thinking, okay, this is targeted for kids or whatever. Like maybe it's targeted for kids, but then the trailer drops and you're like, this doesn't look for kids. Like, who is this for?
Yeah. You think about it. I mean, Barbie released like for like boomers, right? So boomers, they're thinking like, hey, you gotta like rise to the top, and like Barbie is not like the other, like, you know, like a blonde like airhead kind of like movie. No, like you look at the legacy of Barbie. She was always like an astronaut. She was like the president. She was like very notable figures. So it's like, hey, this could be like a whole takeover, like of like empowerment. Like this is a whole legacy of like what they want to build characters on. And I'm like, oh man, maybe there's gonna be something more. And it's Greta Gerwig week, so there's gonna be like more of a conversation there happening beyond the 100%.
So I almost don't even want to see when the first official trailer drops. I don't want to watch it. I want to go in as blind as like possible and just like walk in, faded than a hoe, and just like let myself immerse into that Barbie world.
Go from Cocaine Bear into
absolutely
Barbie.
Now that seems like a fun world to be a part of, but my number one choice is not a world that I am excited about to be in, even though I am. This is my number one pick. This is my number one pick.
Yeah.
And after seeing the trailer, I was more afraid to enter into it. Okay, but my number one most anticipated movie is by far Beau is Afraid. I mean, Ari Aster coming back. We've been waiting 2 years, maybe 3 years for this.
Been checking my watch.
And
hopefully it's not some weird shit like his first movie.
I just it's gonna be on some weird shit, just like everything else. I mean, the thing is,
not some incestual shit though.
I don't know, man, but we'll see. We'll see, because don't underestimate the weirdness of fucking Ari Aster, because if we know anything, this motherfucker is twisted, demented, and he needs help immediately. But yeah, man, Joaquin Phoenix, who I believe has had a project or two after the Joker. He's had landed a couple of gigs. Come on, I believe was after the Joker. So he's had a couple of stuff after, but this is almost, it feels like it's Joaquin's next biggest role and most important role since the Joker. And so you got him playing this guy who's like clearly going through something, some emotional states. And this is why I'm afraid of fucking Ari Aster's movies, because he fucks with you emotionally and like with your feelings and your human connection to others, and takes those emotions and is like, oh, you like these? Oh, here you go. And stomps on them, cuts them up. And it's like, oh, you like that? You like that? Well, fuck you. And you're like,
oh, where's that wrestling sound?
You're just screaming. Oh, man.
What does this guy?
I don't know. I have so many sounds. I don't
know. Oh, man. But
I don't know where my, I have a lever sound. I have a boxing belt. There it is.
There we go.
Easy. That took
There's nothing that excites me more than knowing Ari Aster's coming back. I do hope that the runtime is exactly what he wanted, and it looks like so. I'm checking right here on IMDb. It looks like it is 3 hours exactly. Apparently, though, it was like a 3 hour, 30-minute cut. Apparently it was a 3 hour 30.
Yeah, he said it's gonna be like 4 hours of fucking nonsense. No nonsense. This is gonna be this trip, basically this adventure.
I gotta keep it real with you though. I have seen his director's cut of Midsommar, and I prefer the theatrical one. Even though, I think it's a little bit tighter. It's longer.
How does he cut? Like, does he cut like where he just extends clips and extends parts, or is it like actually stories?
No. So he
takes out
definitely length in scenes and stuff. Scenes and whole scenes. So there's an entire scene in there that was not part of the movie, plus extended of scenes.
Oh, shit.
So some scenes go on a little bit longer, held a little bit longer.
Right.
Which we talked about in the last podcast. Sometimes comes to the benefit, sometimes does not. Which is why I feel like The Northman is one of Robert Eggers' best cut, most tight and efficient movie. So it looks like Beau is Afraid got some cuts here and there. And you know what?
Cuts,
I'm okay with that. It's gonna be 3 hours, dude. A comedy horror 3 hours. My goodness, you better.
Darkest fear.
Listen, I'm gonna be in there, but 3 hours is a long time for any movie, much less a horror movie, much less a comedy movie. And you got horror and comedy.
The words.
Ari Aster, I believe in you.
Easy.
I believe in you, but that is
He has a dark humor. Like
that is a lot to do with 3 hours. So we'll see. I'm fucking excited. What's your number one?
Same number.
Let's go.
But I just want. So now we're going deeper, in depth. Like first thing is marketing wise is very. It's strategic. It's planned, and it's weird.
Yes.
It's as the only descriptor of the movie out there in every single website is described as a zoinky nightmare comedy. What the fuck is that? Zoinky? What does zoinks? I think of like Scooby Doo shit. So then you look up the words and shit. So you look into little things. So first thing, and I saw this on the TikTok actually. I'll have to share it with you. Share it with the audience. I forgot who it was, but you look at the little inner corner of their. It looks like sleepwear, right? So there's like a little description. It's like MW or some shit like that. It's ML or MW.
I believe I saw this TikTok, by the way.
Look into that. Yeah,
I think I did.
Yeah, and it's branding within the movie. And you go, and there's a breadcrumb of trails that Ari Aster and the marketing team has left, and they made physical Instagrams. They've made websites, and you sign up for it. And there's like more, there's more of a piece to it. Like there's automatic replies and shit. Sometimes there's a delay in a reply if you say a certain thing. I deep dived into this as I was watching that TikTok, and I was like, oh shit, this is real. This is not. Yeah. Maybe dude got paid out by RES to like make that TikTok.
I don't know, but it is definitely intriguing. I did see that, and I was like, wow, if we get some Cloverfield level type marketing, that would be pretty fucking insane. Because like.
Guerrilla marketing.
And you know what? It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. Ari Aster's a man of craft who gives a fuck about his shit, who gives a fuck about his movies and the way that they look and the way that they feel. Like you could tell there's so much effort being put into these movies that like I wouldn't put it past them to create a marketing around it that feels very authentic and connecting wise. Man.
But do you think that only works with movies or with directors and projects that have hype? Or because Cloverfield was like a found footage thing, but it's kind of like was that like the middle found footage? So that's kind of like, okay, it's really interesting. But like, you know, if I see that somewhere else or like for a Marvel movie, it would be interactive, right? Like app for it or social Instagram, whatever. But in this case, not a lot of people know about it, but the way it's grabbing people and the way it's grabbing interest is very like, it's very like bizarre.
I think you have to. The thing is, you have to be almost like you have to find a balance of being obscure, but not too obscure. So like barely obscure. So like, because if not, that takes away the whole mystery of it, right? Like you have to let people find these things, like, and which is why like, you know, people want to dig into it, like, you know, us finding. That content creator finding that logo on their sleeve and then digging down and then talking about it. So you want to get people to talk about the marketing, but you're not going to be like, hey, look at this shiny thing here. Wonder what happens here. You just have to let people figure it out. And it's just a matter of waiting and just leaving the breadcrumbs and leaving the trail, you know, for everyone else to kind of go and dig in for themselves. Because if you're just handing people the silver platter, it works, you know, it's exciting. You're like, oh, let me sign up and let me do this. But when you've enticed people to be like, oh, look at over here without telling them to look over there, and then they do their own digging, you want to share that with your friends. Like, look what I found. Look, what's this? And suddenly, you know, that's how the marketing works. It's
like a scavenger hunt. Like not everyone has to be involved, like the hunter. Like everyone has their part of collecting little devices, little themes. So I'm wondering, like, because I don't know if they expect like a huge following on those Instagram pages or those websites. I don't know if they expect a lot of engagement, but they know that the word's getting around. You know, the word about the movie, how abstract it is. Not so much about like behind the scenes. I'm not seeing a lot of people like, oh, I need to know how they did this, or like, what is this movie really about? Like, is there a script leak? Like, no, people don't give a fuck about that. They care about like how it's gonna just be different. You know, they just want to know how it's gonna be like different from the other pieces, and not like this cohesive universe that he's trying to build, where it's just like, damn, this is gonna be Joaquin's time to be weird and freaky.
Yeah, no.
And
I'm beyond excited.
Sorky.
I am beyond excited, dude. I think we are definitely gonna get a classic. I think it's gonna be something beautiful. It's gonna fuck with me. It's gonna fuck with me way past my viewing of it, and I'm ready to get emotionally fucked up. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Where do you think this is gonna fall? This is not gonna be like Hereditary, where it's kind of like cult horror, like involving cults, or like demons. It's not gonna be a ghost story. It's not gonna be zombies. So we're in horror, and it's not exactly like psychological because it's kind of like a trip happening, but it's not exactly thriller. So like, what is this gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be a redefining?
I think
subgenre?
You know what I was thinking when I was watching this, and I don't know if you ever heard about the movie Mr. Nobody.
I love that
with Jared
one.
Leto.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna have to do something about their lives or his life and different outcomes. I could be completely wrong, and I think I'm most likely gonna be wrong. But I think it has something to do
It's a good take, though.
with him connecting with his lives or his life in itself and the mental psychosis that he deals with, whatever's going on, and trying to figure out what's real, what isn't, and just different stuff like that.
Do you think it's like
go for it?
Like reliving traumas in different
I feel like that could,
do you think it's going to be
100%
deeper than that?
100%. I feel like it's going to be one long weird DMT trip. Like life.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Life flashes before your eyes, but we're seeing everything flash before his eyes, and just kind of get lost in that. Getting lost in that.
Yeah.
Just to take. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm okay with whatever's gonna happen, really, because I think it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be a beautiful movie. I'm excited.
Yeah, and you know what? It could be one of the first projects that he was like kind of like written up, where if you didn't have a budget to do it and you couldn't execute it, like say like I don't know, like a student director or something, it would be seen as like cliche, or like like something that is based off the tropes of like, this is all that happens like before you die, kind of like Enter the Void or something, or like going into those movies that have been made that are so abstract that you're like, oh man, these are just self-indulging, or maybe they're just like too abstract or too visually avant-garde and stuff. But he was like, you know what, I have a name and I have a collection and kind of like a following, so I could kind of like make this movie with a great actor, great head, a lot of names to it, and I can make this movie in however weird fashion I want, in like 4 or 5 hours, and cut it down, and then just release it and see if people catch on to this genre that I love so much, that he loves.
I think he's gonna nail it, man. Especially with like Midsummer, watching that movie and just saying, you take a step forward every time you come up with a new project. That's the hope, right? To always become better. But even from Hereditary to Midsummer, that didn't feel like a step. It felt like a fucking leap. Like that dude, visually stunning, story was great, emotional depth to all these characters, horrifying to look at. Even on some rewatches, it's like sometimes even too much for me. I'm just like, wow, damn, that's a lot, dude. Like, goddamn, what the fuck? What am I watching, dude?
A horror set in like daylight. That's ambitious.
And I think either way, it accomplished a lot, and it did so much that like you had Hereditary as your startup and Midsummer as your follow up. I mean, and then looking at all his shorts, even his shorts were pretty fucking great. And so, and the Johnson movie was, I don't want to say it's great, but yeah, it's something. I'll tell you that.
The ending is wild, but yeah.
That whole thing is.
And then there's like the practicals with it.
That whole thing was fucking insane, dude.
It was just same eeriness of it. I'm like, oh, the eeriness of this could be, the crises of reliving your trauma. Like of like knowing it's always looming there, and that's the looming feeling. Who knows? Because we have such a limited access to like his brain right now. It's creative side. So I'm like, I'm number one. I'm like, it's provocative. I'm like interested.
Again, bro needs help immediately. We need to.
He's afraid.
We need to lock him up.
He needs.
We need
to lock him up.
Need some psychological help.
Boo! He looks so terrified. I don't know, man. There's just ooh. What do you have any like top or other 3 movies that didn't quite make the list?
Evil Dead Rise. I feel like would have made mine immediately after. Evil Dead Rise. I'm super fucking excited about. There's Cocaine Bear. Which I'm also
Cocaine Bear.
You know what? Yeah. I'm starting to get a little skeptical about the movie because it does feel like it's being set up to be like a meme movie, you know, and like you know, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing by all. I do feel like, you know, because sometimes meme movies are just they're just created because someone made it bad, thinking it was gonna be good, but it's just bad and it's funny. But this movie.
Like that Winnie the Pooh movie? Yes,
Winnie the Pooh movie. That is for sure on my list.
Meme. That's a meme. Yeah, that one
looks awful. That one looks awful. Oh my God, I'm looking at my movies. And I completely forgot. The Meg 2 comes out this year.
That was on.
No way.
Oh, dude. Megalodon.
I fucking love that movie, bro. I fucking love that movie. That movie's amazing.
The sharks are back, baby. The baby, the back. The fuck is that? Baby.
Yeah, man.
Damn. And then another talking about franchises come back. The Mission Impossible one almost made it. Pretty excited for that because just Tom Cruise doing Scientology shit,
sir.
Like always, you know. And he's thanking the crowd. He's like, "Thanks for coming out in movies. I'm gonna jump off a train. I'm gonna jump off a plane. What's he gonna do next? I don't know, some weird shit. He's just out there." That one, Transformers, because I'm not a huge fan of the after the first one, but I was always into like that's kind of like the 90s is when I started getting into like the Beast of it, like the Beast Transformers. That's when like the cartoon came out, and like I always had the Beast Transformers, like little like monos and stuff like that. So like all the action figures, that was like my generation.
I'm looking at it a little bit like. With an eyebrow raised only because of the CGI.
Yeah.
But it's been a trend now that the CG is kind of ass or not the best in trailers and then gets fixed post.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I do notice that a lot of the designs for the Transformers look straight out of the animated series, which looked dope to me. The movie feels like it has a lot of heart. It feels like it looks really exciting. I'm gonna fucking see it. I'm gonna see it regardless, but I am going in with caution because I definitely don't know if I'm ready to, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna relate it to the
no.
The animated series. I'm like, no, I'm just going in goofy, fun, and action movie brain. No.
And same with your earlier choice, Oppenheimer. I mean, I was a Nolan fanboy for a long time. I feel like I still am.
Me too.
And I love his movies. I one time I did consider him God, but I've now that my horizons have broadened with movies, I'm not gonna sit here and be like he's one of the greatest of all time, but he definitely has his legacy. He has his legacy, and and I love Tenet. I think it's one of his most misunderstood.
For real, that was the hit or miss.
Yep, 100%. And I understand. I get it. To me, it feels like with Tenet, he just said everything that is Nolan, he took it up 5 levels and just like made it.
Yeah, with that time shit, dude is obsessed with time. Just
I'm excited to see how he does that with Oppenheimer. Because I know that he's gonna have to do something where he fucks with the storyline or something.
He makes the actual bomb.
Yeah.
And he explodes
I know.
it. I just see the whole thing as like pro-atomic war, nuclear war propaganda shit. I hate that shit. No. But then also Transformers is like that. The whole Marvel Cinematic Universe is war propaganda.
I wouldn't say that that the Oppenheimer movie looks like pro-war. I would argue that it
doesn't
looks
look
like
like
it's
it.
more anti-war because it looks and correct me if I'm wrong,
hope so.
but I think that like since he's dealing with the dude who had to build the atomic bomb and consider the weight of what could happen and all the lives that were at stake and all the lives that were lost, like you're just kind of like dealing with and seeing this man go through that and then understand the weight and the gravity of war and the atomic bomb and its impact that it had. And I'm hoping that that's the case,
I hope.
Yeah, because I definitely, I mean, we had one of
if it goes any
we had
other
one
way,
of the best war propaganda movies last year, and I mean, goddamn, that movie fucks. Top Gun, one of the
that was the
man. I walked out going, "Amen to the U.S. military."
Sorry, wait, just kidding. You're like, where's Tom Cruise? Wait, whoa,
for real.
I think it was that one, and then no, All Quiet on the Western Front. I could feel like that's
yes, that's what I heard.
Because you're like, dude, this shit's bad. This is traumatizing. Don't get into the trenches.
That's
so
bad. That's bad.
But then there's also, I mean, I feel like Marvel is moving away from the war propaganda because it's like every time fucking Captain America's in that shit, it's gonna be pro-war, or like Iron Man's in that shit, it's pro-war. Indiana Jones, I don't know.
No.
I don't know if that's pro. John Wick, that's not.
No. It's pro-assassin, baby, in this Glock.
Pro-assassin.
It's pro. Don't fuck with my dogs.
It's like, don't fuck with someone's dog.
Don't fuck.
Dude.
Yeah,
it's for real.
Hey, that's another one. John Wick 4, dude. I'm so excited. My homie got to see My homie got to see the screening for it. Said it was pretty good. So I'm excited.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Shit's already coming out.
No, he got to see a test screening. He got to see a test screening.
When's that coming out? Oh, is it just like?
Yeah, they'll show like a cut of the movie, and then he has to fill out a survey.
Okay.
And then he'd be like, "Oh, I like this. I didn't like this. Yada yada yada."
More Keanu.
Yeah.
More Keanu. More dogs.
Yeah, I actually got to see the screening of Megan before it came out, and I got to see the R-rated cut or whatever was the more gorier version.
There was an R.
Yeah, and
what they say?
Yeah,
right?
Jesus, no. But
the kids say,
she slices the guy in the elevator's neck open. There's a lot more blood.
Oh, that's like just That's just kills then. Because I saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, the kills are just.
They weren't that crazy, but I mean, like,
they're
it was fun. It was fun. It was still a fun movie. I just saw it on Monday. This past Monday, I saw it with some friends.
Is 2.0 going to be like Terminator T2? Do you think like AI shit going on, like Skynet's going to come into this Megan system, this Alexa?
I'm excited
because like they're leading up.
Yeah, they're definitely going to build it up. I mean, Megan 2's already been greenlit, which is Megan 2.0 or whatever. Yeah. I'm just hoping that they like.
I'm like, cool. I'm not going to say the 2.0. I'm not saying 0.0.
Oh, Megan 2. Someone said
just 2. They're like 0.0.
Someone said M3 in, which was funny as fuck. M3 in.
It's gonna be, dude. We should just adopt the Fast and Furious franchise, naming system.
Yes,
because that shit's coming out also.
Yes, Fast 10 is that this year?
The Fast 10 is coming out fast.
Ain't no way.
And it's gonna be. I mean, they add people.
Dude, I am excited. I don't think
we got some.
Shit.
Well, speaking of war and war propaganda, we got Gal Gadot in that shit.
No way. Oh yeah, shout out our war queen, Gal Gadot.
War queen, because we love.
No, we don't. I can't even. Yeah,
I can't continue. I can't even. We don't love anything that. So it's gonna be a banger year, 2023. I'm very excited for it, and we'll have a lot more to talk about with theater moments. Other media is coming out, but thank you again, Sway.
Lovely to be here,
and for your list. Always admiring the list on LetterBoxd. If you don't follow Josue on LetterBoxd,
gotta update that shit.
Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it. Don't worry. Follow me. I will be updating. I promise.
And for the reviews and for everything else,
sir.
Speaking of reviews, give this episode, every other episode, I don't fucking care. This episode 5 stars because we got a 5-star. We got a good little host.
Oh, thank you, man. We got a
5 stars only.
5 stars.
No less, no more.
5-star host as well over here, Paul.
5 stars.
5 out of 5.
Thank you. God bless. God bless. No war propaganda,
No.
everyone. We'll see you next time.
Anti-war.
This has been... I know,
We are not fucking with war.
Oppenheimer maybe, but I mean, like that...
We're there.
We're there. Like, dude, there's way more war and carnage after that shit. Cold War, there's so much...
We're living in the mental war right now. The mental war.
Every day I come out. Man, I gotta do a theater, like a trailer voice for one of these. Like
You know
the trailer voice, the dramatic one.
what's his name? The screen grab guy. What's his name? Fucking.
Yeah, screen grab. He's like,
Where he'd like, or a real trailer. What is it? I forget what they're called.
yeah, it's like a real. It's like good day.
Yeah.
When the fucking first trailer.